So,
Tell me this, because I've talked with a linguist in a previous video series, and the bottom line that almost everybody I talk to has who studies this stuff,
mhm,
um, is that there is no one right way of doing it, and that there's so many variations.
mhm.
But there's two things that I wonder about. Where's the bar for somebody who sounds like they know what they're doing when they're creating a character for an audiobook, or not creating a character because the author does that, but when they're interpreting a character? And also, what are some of the more generalized differences between one area and another in the South that anybody from the South would just be able to pick up on?
Um, it's really going to vary, but there are regions. Even in Southerns, there's region. I mean, I made notes so that I made sure I said them correctly because I always get them mixed up. But I mean, there's the general Southern that we've talked about, and the
Hmm.
mountain that we've talked about a little bit.
Okay, good.
That's your Southern belle and your Deliverance
Right.
as extreme caricature baselines.
Yeah.
But there's also the Tidewater dialect, which is real close to your main dialect. If you take that and add a little bit of a Southern drawl to it,
Hmm.
there's that one. That one is not one. That's kind of your Virginia accent. It's a little bit softer.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
got a little bit of that nasality to it, but it's still got that soft. It's like a mix.
Okay. Okay.
And and so that's kind of your coastal region.
Okay.
And then there's the real nasality that takes you into the mountain. And it's real. The more gentrified, the more refined and closer to RP you're going to
Hmm.
get. And that can be country closer to RP country or the RP country. Or you can veer to, and that's going to be Dixie, your Alabama, your Mississippi. Mississippi's going to be a little bit flatter down here. And your Alabama's going to round it out just a little bit more and bring it up in the front.
Okay. Okay.
And Texas has its own thing. Texas is where they talk really slow.
Really? Now you see that I didn't think of. I thought the more humid and south the area, the more slow down. But that in Texas, we're tough, we're cowboys, we ride the horses and we just get on with it.
And they talk more strongly, but a little bit more slowly.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, because everything's bigger, and what I'm saying is important. So you need to listen to me. Um, these are just the historic caricatures where it all kind of stems from, and great exaggerations.
Right.
But uh, and that's mostly East Texas.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Because East Texas is going to be closer to the general American South. So
exactly,
so you got that.
exactly.
Well, tell me this. First of all, this kaleidoscope is something that I'd be very interested in testing out with you. But also, um, what do you find that in the voice industry and the film and TV industry, even in the theater industry, what do you find are the things that people tend to get wrong that are evidence that they haven't really done their homework?
They just come right out, and this is all they do.
Okay.
All they do is they just sound just like this, no matter what.
They sound like Sissy Spacek doing Loretta Lynn.
Absolutely, every time, every single scene sounds exactly the same. They do the lilt, and that's all they do. They
Okay.
get that sound in that lilt, and that's all they do. And it just sounds like the same thing over and over again.
Hmm.
It's not that they've even got the accent wrong, because that's a very legitimate accent on some people.
Right, right.
But the thing is, that person still varies how they talk. They still might talk really fast sometimes and then talk really slow other times.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
That's what because while the people in Texas might talk slower than the people in Virginia, there are going to be times when the person in Virginia is talking slower than the person in Texas. And that you can't take, they talk slow means that everything they do is slow. It's this, that, and that's how you end up getting into the caricature. The same
Right,
with any
right,
other accent. If you just take that one thing and turn into Foghorn Leghorn,
right. Yeah.
you're Foghorn Leghorn.